What's up, everyone? Giant Opinions. We just lost 2-1 to the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 5 of the NLDS at home that I saw in front of my eyes, the choke job that occurred. First off, congratulations, Dodgers fans. I mean, I had a chat with a Dodgers fan when I was in line for the bathroom, and he was like, you know what, no matter what happens, good game between us, because some Giants fan was heckling him and bragging about it, and, you know, it really was a good game. I can't get too mad at the Dodgers, although it is infuriating how we lost to them, but for the Giants, man, we lost to ourselves. That's how I honestly think it is. We lost to ourselves, and the umpires also didn't do us any favors, but our offense just disappeared. I mean, putting up one run in Logan Webb's second gem, it can't happen. Webb threw like 106 pitches in 7 innings and only gave up one run against the Dodgers. Are you kidding me? We put up one run just courtesy of a Darren Ruff home run, which, by the way, was an absolute bomb. I mean, it can't happen. When you're trying to advance onto the NLCS, you have to score more than one run. Okay, we don't have like Greg Maddux is everywhere in our bullpen. I was not a fan of, and guess what happened? It did bite us eventually, because although they're okay for periods of time, we can't rely on them consistently, and they backfired. They let us down. The offense, it was sluggish. Brandon Crawford, Evan Longoria, Mike Yastrzemski. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on, and we were not clutch in situations. That's what we lost to. It can't happen, and the umpires, I will say this. We lost momentum. We would have had a lot of momentum in that one Chris Bryant at bat, but that ridiculous called strike, that was the worst call I've ever seen. It's so bad, and that completely turned the tides of the at bat and then the rest of the inning. But man, I really was not a fan of keeping Doval in that he deserved to get taken out once there were 2 runners on. You just had a feeling that it just wasn't his to necessarily finish in the 9th. In the 8th, I was confident in him, but I felt like we should have turned to Jake McGee against Cody Bellinger. Although Bellinger has not really had a great season this year, I feel like he still has a better chance against righties than a lefty. I would have felt a lot better with McGee, a 2-guy pitch who Bellinger would have to guess on. I mean, lefty-lefty, the situation. Kapler put too much confidence in Doval. And really in this series, Kapler kind of did fall victim to himself. Although we have to give him credit for the 107 wins that he did put together. Let's just be honest. We overachieved the fuck out of this season. Okay, we really should have nowhere been near this. We're ahead of schedule. That's the one bright spot and takeaway from this painful and heartbreaking loss. When I say it's heartbreaking, it really was heartbreaking. All Giants fans are upset at the team, at ourselves, at our shortcomings, and at the fact that we lost to the frickin' Dodgers of all teams. It's so disappointing. We took it to Game 5 too. That's the thing. Game 5 at home, Logan Webb throws another gem, and we only put up, wait for this, 1 run. I mean, that shows the inconsistencies with our offense and why we need a few more everyday players. Because my thing just cut out. What I was saying is we need one or 2 more star players, because we can't just be having 2/3 of our lineup be platoon guys. It works for a certain point, but once you get to the postseason ball, it's just not sustainable. You can have a few guys, but you can't have more than half the team flip-flopping between them each and every time. I thought we really squandered a chance in the 8th against Kenley Jansen. We had to score then for Doval to come out with the save. We didn't do that, and look what happened. Doval came out in the 9th again. He's a young guy. He's pitched great baseball up to this point, but the moment kind of got to him, You can't be throwing like 4 sliders in a row and 11 of your 14 pitches being sliders. At some point, even though Cody Bellinger has been struggling, any baseball player that is at the pro level will eventually hit that for a base hit. So I don't really like the calls from Kapler telling him to keep throwing it again. But Logan Webb, I can't get over it. He had a great game. And that Wilmer Flores, it was a tough play. It really was to him, where he tried to snag it, but then it bounced off his glove and was a base hit, and then that ended up being one of the runs the Dodgers got. It was catchable for sure. It was a tough play, but if he makes that play, I mean, this game could go to extra innings. It's the honest fact. I'm just disappointed. I'm frustrated. I'm disappointed. I'm sad. When I was taking the bus ride back home, I was so sad because of all that happened this season. I didn't think this would happen again, because last season, it was so fun to watch. We really were supposed to be a garbage team, and we were competing until the last day against that game against the Padres, and today We fought our tails off to get here. We really did. Game 5. I can't stress that enough. Game 5 against the Dodgers, who in my opinion are probably the third best roster in the entire MLB. Competing with them, I thought they were the better team from the get-go. I'm just going to be honest, just because they have more consistency, they have more everyday players, and more guys that I have faith in, just based on like sabermetrics and stuff. They got more household names, and when you have a guy like Max Scherzer, Walker Buehler, and Julio Urias in your rotation, that's just dirty. I love Logan Webb, I love Kevin Gausman, but we missed that true it guy. Although Webb did step in and do his job. I feel like I'm just rambling on at this point, but the stadium was dead. We were so sad just walking out on the bus thinking about this game and how many missed chances we had. And then the umpire, I already mentioned the Chris Bryant one, but that check swing on Wilmer Flores, I was sitting on the third base dugout. It was blatant. He didn't go. Blatant. Literally. You could ask someone who needs like prescription glasses, they would have said it was not a check swing, or it was a check swing, but he didn't go around. Seriously, look at the replay too. It's bad. It really was the Giants versus the world. I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be my last point. Up to this point, we've been fighting everyone. We've been fighting the MLB because they don't want us in. They don't want us to make the World Series. They never did. LA, Los Angeles Dodgers, they're going to attract all the more viewers. We're a team with less star power. That's not going to get more viewers either. Even on TBS, all the damn broadcasters, all they do is just ride the Dodgers. It's just honest. They praise them every single second. They barely touch the light on the Giants. They wouldn't talk about us. They'd say, oh, we had the most wins in baseball, and that's about it. But the Dodgers, they have this guy and this guy and this guy. So it really was us versus the world, and the umpires too. Angel Hernandez, tonight's umpire, I forgot his name, but he did a rough job especially for us. But he also screwed the Dodgers up a little bit with some calls. So hopefully next season, this is going to be a very interesting offseason. The Giants got a lot of moves to make. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff now that the Giants season is over. I really wish that I could have seen NLCS Game 2 because I bought tickets for that. But what are you going to do, man? So once again, tip the cap to the Dodgers, It was a great series. It really was. It was a pleasure to watch. Although next year, I hope the Giants are on the winning side of this. So, Giants fans, Dodgers fans, let me know. I'm also going to upload a little video tomorrow of the game clips that I did, because I did try and record some clips, and I did get some of the game. So, I'll get that out there just to show you guys what a playoff environment was at Oracle Park. With full attendance. It was honestly, it was a good time, and at the end it was just sadness, but for the majority of it, it was hype. It was amazing. It was electric. Okay, let me tell you, electric. It reminded me of a whole lot of MetLife Stadium back when I went there 2 years ago for the last home game of the season. But anyways, I'm rambling on. Thank you guys for watching. Go Giants.